2025 for the first 9 months has been a very interesting year, as you know. I mean, it started out with the coughing in the beginning of the year, actually overlapping from the December of last year, and then followed by the diarrhea at the beginning of the year, followed by the identification of a gist, GIST, attached to my stomach, which was surgically removed in August. No, July. Man, time goes so fast. I'm already too far away. July 14th, it was removed. And a crazy migraine that laid me out for 36 hours about a week and a half ago. So it's been an interesting thing going on in my body, especially now that I've had the Nucala for about 4 injections, maybe going on 5. It's interesting how time is flying, that I'm losing place of where I am because it's going too fast. But since the Nucala, we already know the eosinophil numbers went down immediately, drastically, faster than I had even anticipated that it would go down. Maybe I bet you the doctor too. So that was amazing right there. So now it feels like my body is having some kind of, and I can't even say spiritual battle, it's a physical battle that's going on inside. It's like, what's happening? It's almost like, I don't know if the body's like freaking out because these eosinophil numbers have been so high for so many years. That now that they're down, extremely down, the body's like, what the heck's going on? Because those things interact or causes the issues in my lung, causes the issues in my sinuses. Who knows whatever else, but those two for sure. So it's like, whoa, it's like something's, I wish I could see. It's like I wish I could remember that movie that they did that little submarine and they went into that person's body and how things were happening inside. I would love to see what's going on in there. What's happening? What's happening? So, woo-wee, I just know for a while, my cough is lessening. The cough is not gone, but it's lessening. So each day is less. Of course, I'm impatient. I want the cough to be gone now because I'm used to not coughing. So now it's like taking time, like, okay, whatever. So the body's battling that thing about the cough. And then my respiration, oh my gosh. I'm walking, climbing upstairs, hiking distances, climbing and having a lot of elevation changes in the woods when I'm hiking, meaning that I'm going up and down hills, and realizing, wait, I did that without a whole lot of being out of breath. It's like, whoa, okay, starting to feel like my old self, sort of my old self, because I've been having respiration issues for a number of years. So now I'm just kind of like, okay, let me see, because you want to start saying, whoa, but it's a whole lot better respiration, just going up and downstairs, just hiking, whatever, whole lot better, just walking around. And then because of this year with all the coughing, I started realizing that even since I love to laugh, that takes a lot of air, and that would make me cough. So now I'm not coughing as much while I'm laughing. I'm still coughing every now and then. So I'm like, I love to laugh, but at the same time, I'm like, hold up, I'm coughing because I'm laughing, not because I'm having this issue. And this always happens with strangers because they're looking at you like, what's your problem? You got COVID, or you got a cold, or you got pneumonia, or something I don't want. So it's like, okay, but that's lessening too. But like I said, the respiration is just fabulous, and just the way I'm just sitting here breathing in and out is easier because you can just sit still and have problems breathing in and out. And me having those difficulties of a rescue inhaler is not a fix for me. God's just been working it out. So what I might have mentioned, who knows in what video, that I've been battling not being able to smell for decades before any of this respiration, asthma came into play. And maybe it's all part of that too. But I haven't smelled for decades. I don't even know how long that's been because I actually had a surgery. I don't know, it might have been a good 10 years ago, if not more, to remove polyps out of my sinuses. And then, woo, I could smell again. And then eventually it started fading away. And it's weird because you don't pay attention to that particular sense, fifth sense, that you can't smell something until you can't smell something. Meaning a skunk goes by and they're like, oh, everybody else is in tears. Why am I not? So when it's gradually going away that way, you don't even notice that you're smelling less until you can't smell at all. And God has blessed me over these years that in spite of the fact that I couldn't smell, that it didn't affect my eating, my taste. Because generally when you have no smell, the food tastes not so well or tastes differently and it's not appetizing, whatever. Me, I still was able to eat because I had no problems with that. However, when I get a chance to smell, then the food smells, oh my gosh, that much better. Like, wow, I didn't realize this, whatever it is, tastes this good. It is because I can smell it before I eat it. So it's just been amazing. So I just, not that I love it, but when I have to have some kind of drug like prednisone for whatever's going on with my lungs, then temporarily I can smell really good. But it's so drug induced. So then once that drug wears off and does whatever reason why they had me take it, then I'm back to, okay, can't smell again. So, so I was like, I don't want a drug induced method so I can smell again. So now I'm on Nucala, which is another drug, a shot. So I am smelling. So it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm smelling in ways I haven't ever smelled in decades. I'm smelling so much stuff. It's like, you don't realize that how everything in this room, I'm thinking everything has a smell. Everything has a smell. And I remember writing an article way back about smells and how many smells there are in the world was like lots. I mean, like lots in the thousands of billions or whatever it is. Like there's, because everything you have in your desk, I mean, everything you see, your computer, the paper, whatever I have in this room has a smell to it. Even the camera, everything has a smell, right? So the thing is, your body only seems like it processes only X amount. And I don't know what that number is because it's, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. X amount of smells, because you think if you were to smell every single smell that we're surrounded by, your brain probably loses its mind. Like, what the heck is happening? We can't, there's too many smells. It's always wondering how a dog does that, because they really smell. They love smell. So they get more smells. They are able to smell more smells than we are. So now I'm like, whoa, overwhelmed with smells because of smelling stuff that I hadn't smelled before or had never paid attention to. Like just this week, I was cooking something in the oven, and I smelled the hot metal of the oven. I was like, whoa, that's what that smells like. These minutial smells. I was doing something in a pan, frying in a pan. I was smelling the hot metal of that fry pan, cooking that thing that I was cooking. I'm like, whoa, that smells like. So right now I'm going through this, whoa, okay, that's what you smell like. They're smelling people like, whoa, what's that perfume you got on? Oh, what's that cologne you got on? All right, oh, what's that? I'm just smelling stuff and loving it. I wish I could cut it off at times because we all probably do that. When you smell something that you don't want to smell, it's like, can I cut on and off this ability to smell? No, it's either on or it's off. So even though I'm smelling stuff that I don't like to smell, I'm still going, I don't like the smell, but I'm so glad I can smell it. So I'm enjoying this part of the smell. So praying for that once we're done with this Nucala, it's not going to be a drug-induced smell. It's going to be because I can smell and the sinuses are working fine, because that's what keeps me from smelling. Sometimes either polyps or because you have a sinus blockage, that kind of stuff keeps me from being able to smell because stuff going on in my sinuses. So now the sinuses are opening up or whatever's happening, like I said, I could tell there's a battle going on in my body. I always talk about spiritual battle all the time, but like now I'm like, no, there's a physical battle going on in my body. It's good. I'm not liking some of the stuff because it's like, whoa, what's happening? Because when I got that migraine, I didn't like that part of it. But I don't even know if that's even part of the situation because the migraine, I got a funny little stress inducing. I'm doing some kind of things now to reduce the things that I do. So I'm feeling some things that I do that are year round. So there's a lot of changes coming. So 2026 is going to be a whole nother year for me. So just checking in now just to let you know what's going on with this spiritual and physical changes that are happening with me post the surgery. And at this point, what is it? I don't know, 9-10 weeks since the surgery. I lost count. I've been back to work about 3-4 weeks with students. So it's just been great being this way. I'm like, wow. So I don't know. Something's going on in this body. But I know by faith, I am being healed. Whatever's going on, by faith, I am being healed. It's just a process. It's just like, I want it done right now. But God said, nope, we're going to do this thing on this time thing, on his timetable, and that'll be all good once this is all passed. And woo, but this whole smell thing, and woo, it's just amazing, the things that are going on with me. So keeping it short. And I'm going to give you the scripture here about 1 Peter 2:24. It says, he himself bore our sins in his body on the cross, so that we might die to sins and live for righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. So that's just spiritual healing there, and then also some physical healing. I mean, there's like tons of scriptures about a lot of people in the Bible, in the Old Testament, and in the New Testament, in the New Testament and the Old Testament for a minute, who by faith was physically healed. They just said it was going to happen. It happened. So that's where I am right now. I'm in this physical battle of healing and feeling my body changing into something I don't have a clue what it's going to be by the time we get done with this process. I just know by faith I'm being healed. So we'll see you later next week and talk about something else.